Okay, now please close your eyes. I would like you to imagine how the cities of the future would look like for you. More specifically, I would like to you imagine how the cities will change in terms of sustainability. Now open your eyes. I'm sure that many of you could think about flying cars or probably robots acting as humans as the future in the city. But I'm also sure that many of you could visualize the same as I did. I mean, green cities, sustainable, smart cities. Of course, there are multiple ways how the cities will change in the future. The Internet of Everything or computing the impossible are examples or concepts that you can hear and see every day. Of course, and you will probably know better than me, the future will be surrounded by sensors. They will be connecting every people and every device, constantly giving us a lot of information. In Accenture, we have seen this transformational scene since the very beginning. We are really concerned how we can contribute to a better world, making a better world by using computation. But how does the computation enter into the equation? Well, we have different types of problems, right? We have those problems in the business area that we can solve, usually, as always. We have those problems that they are theoretically demonstrated that we can solve them, but the huge amount of time required to solve them is so much that they are not feasible nowadays. And then there are problems that we even do not bother to solve because they are too complex, right? So we are now going to focus on those problems that they require a huge amount of time to be solved, and we are going to call them intractable problems. That's why we need to focus to address new ways of computation. We need to address emerging technologies to face with those problems. That's why, as a quantum computing lead in Accenture, we have developed the Accenture Quantum VR app. Here, in this space, we have plenty of information, but now we are going to focus in the third floor. That the third floor is the use case area. In this floor, you will be able to see that we have some of the most important examples of some of the most important applications that we have developed with quantum computing. QOpti, portfolio optimization use case to reduce the carbon footprint. And for example, QRate as well. That is image recognition to detect radiographic findings. But as we are speaking about sustainability and smart cities, I want to show you the Q-Power. So welcome to the Q-Power. This area has some power stations that they provide and distribute energy to the city, in that case, a coastal city, by the supply points. But these power stations not only contain or not only distribute energy, they also contain batteries, and these batteries can charge energy when the energy prices are low and discharge energy when the energy prices are high in order to maximize the profit of the power station. This valuable commodity of storing energy, is very important because one of the most important benefits is like here the red is highlighted, this red area is when there is an emergency or an outage, these batteries can provide the necessary energy to this area. All of this is done by an intelligent scheduler, a quantum computing scheduler, the Q-Power. This scheduler sets and provides a set of instructions to the battery to know whether they need to buy or sell energy at any specific moment of time. Why do we do this? Because we realize that current classical hardware, as you all know, there is a silly with it. Current classical hardware can solve these kind of problems for tens of batteries, but they cannot address this problem with hundreds of batteries. In contrast, quantum computing can. We could able to solve these kind of problems with hundreds of batteries. In fact, in Accenture, we detected that using this algorithm with real-time data and hundreds of batteries, we could achieve a 10% increase in profit margins. And this is something very valuable. But of course, this could be achieved if we are able to execute this algorithm in a real quantum hardware or in a quantum-inspired device. So now we have demonstrated the need to face new technologies, new emerging technologies, to face these intractable problems. That is what we call in Accenture the tech for good. We want to use the technology to help the humanity trying to contribute for a better world, like gender inclusion or, like is this example, sustainability. So now I invite you to start working with this technology. But how can you do that? 3 different steps. First, create an ecosystem inside your company, and thus you will be able to save time and money by knowing what capacities in your company know about this technology. Second, detect what business areas are impacted by quantum computing, but how? Through strategic collaborations with significant stakeholders of the quantum ecosystem. This will put your company in the forefront of the quantum race, of the technology that is changing the world. And third, start experimenting business solutions with this technology through the previous collaborations that you have established in the ecosystem. This will give to your company the competitive advantage that this disruptive technology brings. So now is the time to ideate. Now is the time to imagine. Now we need to lead the future. Take action now. See how you might contribute for a better world, as we are doing in Accenture with quantum computing. Because if you can imagine and visualize it, it will become real. Thank you very much to all.